Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about a U-turn that's been made as well as updates on McLaren. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. So let's start with Alpine, and as we know, towards the end of the United States Grand Prix, Pierre Gasly was 17th and Franco Colapinto was 18th. Now Franco Colapinto was closing in on Gasly by around 7/10 a lap. He was faster, but was instructed not to overtake Gasly, with Alpine telling him to hold positions. However, the Sauber of Gabriel Bortoleto was very fast behind Colapinto, and Colapinto ended up overtaking Gasly on lap 54. Now, following the race in Austin, Colapinto defended his actions, with him saying, as quoted by motorsport.com, "I just had quite a bit more pace than Pierre in the last stint and had Bortoleto really close behind, attacking very hard, and he was much quicker than us. I just couldn't really help with how slow Pierre was going, so I think it was the best for the situation to have me in front and try not to get both cars behind." However, the race reported that it was understood that Colapinto's actions were not well received and that Alpine's management has informed Colapinto that what he did was not correct. And in Alpine's preview for the Mexican Grand Prix, it looks like Colapinto has backtracked on his comments and feels he should have listened to the team order, with him saying, "The team situation on Sunday has been discussed internally, and it's clear that instructions by the team must always be followed no matter what. We are all together, and we are all working towards the same goal to keep getting better with each session and each race weekend." Now, my view is that I can understand why Colapinto did what he did. You know, you had a fast Bortoleto behind, Gasly was going slow in front. You know, you risk losing position to Bortoleto if you stayed behind Gasly. But at the same time, you've got to listen to a team order. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But let's move on to McLaren, who have confirmed they'll only prioritise one of their drivers in the F1 title battle once it's no longer mathematically possible for the other to compete for the championship. Now, as we know, things are getting close in the run-in to the 2025 season. I mean, going into the summer break, it looked like it was going to be a fight between the two McLaren drivers, Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris, and following the Zandvoort Grand Prix, Piastri looked like the favourite for the title, but it's all changed since then, and Piastri's lead has been really reduced in the championship, and Max Verstappen has been closing in on both McLaren drivers really fast since the Italian Grand Prix, with him now just 40 points behind Piastri in the Drivers' Championship. Now, there has been talk as to whether McLaren should prioritise one driver to ensure Verstappen does not beat them. However, McLaren team principal Andrea Stella has insisted that the team will let their two drivers go racing, even with Verstappen in contention, until the maths says otherwise, with Stella saying, as quoted by Crash.net, "The fact that there are 5 races and 2 sprints means that we can also increase the gap to Max. That's how I see things. We have good tracks coming for our car, and I think we have more that we could have exploited out of our car, and to some extent the drivers, I think they recognise themselves that they could have done a better job in some of the previous races. So I think we look at the next 5 races as opportunities to increase the gap on Max. And when it comes to having to make a call as to a driver, this will only be led by mathematics." We talked before about the experience and learning on the experience, and I can recall at least 2007-2010, in which you go to the last race and it's actually the third that wins the championship. So we're not going to close the door unless this is closed by mathematics. Now, I think this is the right approach from McLaren. Yes, Verstappen is closing in on Piastri and Norris really fast, but at the same time, Piastri and Norris are both in contention for the title. I don't think it'd be fair from McLaren to prioritise one of them, and I think it would be the right thing to do if one of them was out of the championship picture, but neither of them are out of the championship picture, so I think you've just got to let them get on with it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.